I've never casted any of Wizz's games before, but I've been seeing him slowly climb up the ladder. He's been, pretty consistently top 10 for a while now. Now he's got number 1, and he's been number 1 for, I think, a week or so. So he's pretty consistent with this. He's been improving. iRicky's definitely in good form recently, but let's see how he does against Wizz, the Wonder Kid, who is, I believe, 14. So he's another player to keep an eye out for in the future. Good dodge in the demo there. iRicky was trying to snipe Wizz in the back corner. And Wizz transitions from sort of a bit of a hook shot setup there. He's threatening to drop that ball into a big hook shot. That's why iRicky charged him. He didn't want to stand off and just get completely obliterated by a huge ground shot. And Wizz has just flicked it over him when he saw the challenge coming in. It's a really good play so far by Wizz. And iRicky's landed poorly here. That should be 2-0 Wizz. It's going to walk in another one. And yeah, great read so far on iRicky from what we've seen. Now guys, like I said, I usually with these little ranked mini-series, I just either cast all the games that I've found between players, or I cast like games that look like a good representation of how the match goes. Now for me, this is the only 3 matches I could find of Wizz versus iRicky, but I'm sure that they've played each other a lot more than this, because I know they both play ranked 1s a fair bit. And Ricky gets one back here. Really good position there as he fell down on top of Wizz. It made it almost impossible to save. Wizz was trying to wait for iRicky to fly over him and then jump up and save the shot. iRicky did not allow him to do that. iRicky continuing to be extremely physical as he gets beaten to boosts. That's a great flick. My goodness, what a flick by iRicky. Wizz probably regretting dodging away from the ball there, but he expected a shot to be coming in a bit more soon after iRicky bumped him. He was worried that iRicky was going to follow up that bump with an immediate shot. Actually, iRicky was just using it as a stalling tactic so he could go and get boosts in his corner. So that's probably the biggest moment of this game where Wizz has not predicted or not seen what iRicky's got planned. It did lead to iRicky's equalizer. Is iRicky also 14? I don't think so. I think iRicky's 15 or 16. I think he's 15 if I had to guess. It's a little bit of a standoff there. Either player wanted to dodge into the ball first. You see that there's already many examples of Wizz trying to ball carry and utilizing his close to car ball control, which does look to be excellent. No surprise to see someone who's already shown a preference with ball carrying, transitioning into an air dribble. Okay, iRicky's 18. Okay, thank you. You guys are too smart. iRicky takes the lead now. Stellar form for iRicky. This is more of the same from what we saw in Smug. Very solid. He is the closest player in NA to Khaled's playstyle from what I've seen. He's extremely grounded, and he loves to bounce dribble, and he's very good at it. So, and he plays Fennec as well, so... He's probably the closest NA player to Khaled, not necessarily in terms of what he's accomplished in 1v1, but who knows, maybe he can accomplish similar kind of results to what Khaled has if he continues grinding. He's definitely got a lot of potential. He likes to turtle. This isn't the first time I've seen him do this. Whenever he's running for a boost, he does like to turtle into it. A low-scoring game in which iRicky's taken control. Flip reset and a wave dash in the catch from iRicky. It didn't sit too nicely for the shot on target. That range was probably not going to be a good position to shoot from. iRicky demos Wizz after the boost steal from Wizz came in. And he does actually miss a touch on his bounce turbo, which turns him into 50-50 simulator. Wizz dunks on him. No dodge from iRicky. Certainly hoping there that iRicky would, or rather that Wizz would go much higher on the challenge, anticipating a flick. It looks like Wizz just went straight into the ball, which is the perfect play for that position. How did he know that iRicky wasn't going to jump is beyond me. It's just a very good read by Wizz, who has been, for the most part, keeping a good eye on everything Ricky's been doing. That's a great shot though. iRicky with the air roll shot. Sinks it from about the halfway line. Hey, Bubbles4242, thanks for the 15-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. Also 19-month prime from A94 Len. Welcome back to you. Is this Wizzo? Yeah, who knows? Maybe this is the future third man for Rizzo and Sizz in their next YouTube series. I know that they like to do Riz says Jizz with John Sandman, but Riz says Wizz, a little bit more family friendly. Pre-jumps from iRicky, denying Wizz the air dribble he is looking for. Risky challenge from iRicky there though. He was a bit slow in the turn and Wizz is beating him to it. Slots in an open net, a tough one at that. And that was just a slight bit sluggish from iRicky on the turn there. It looked like he could have been quicker on that one. Wizz playing for an awkward touch. That's interesting that he dodged into that ball. Most players will not want to dodge like that, like what we just saw from Wizz, because it kind of takes you out of the game for a little bit. But it looks like he wanted that ball to not only bounce up the wall, but off the ceiling even, which was favorable for him because it wastes a bit more time and he can go for that back corner boost. Curious to see if he does that again though, because it's not the standard play in that position. Usually players will try and either single jump or just drive into the ball as they head towards their back corner. And Ricky doesn't want to let Wizz turn around here. He's trying to keep close to him, keep the threat of the demo alive, but now as he grinds to a halt, he needs to back off, and Wizz sees another turning challenge coming and easily pops it over iRicky. This is something Wizz has done extremely well. He's got great reaction time for those plays. Actually, Wizz going for a very cheeky kickoff there. iRicky barrels right through him. Wizz still looking pretty good in this position though. iRicky's backed up into his own half and has to concede possession of the ball. And as Wizz steals this boost away, it's definitely his game to lose. There's too much speed on the turn. iRicky drops it 5-4 to Wizz in this first of 3 ranked games. So let me load up the second one here. Wizz in the blue, iRicky in the orange again. Do I think iRicky has potential for RLCS? Yeah, for sure. We see glimpses of his aerial game in ones, and he looks very clean, very comfortable, very quick in the air. So that's obviously the biggest thing, biggest difference between 3s and 1s. Are you going to be fast in the air? Are you going to be confident in the air? iRicky definitely looks like he is. Recoveries are fantastic as well. His ball controls, phenomenal. Very good striking ability. Oh, he's missed a boost here. Oh, that's a bit painful. iRicky was trying to just barely grab that one on the turn. Check out the demo by Wizz. iRicky did not see that one coming. Wizz just cracks him on the back wall as he comes back down. iRicky's described as a chaser. I don't know, maybe he does in some matchups, but I haven't really seen much of that from him. He's quite a calculated player. He definitely has a very high pressure playstyle, but I haven't really... Okay, so this is my definition of chasing. I know a lot of people have different definitions of ball chasing. My definition of ball chasing is where you make a play on the ball when the other player could get there faster than you if they went for it. So I'll try and spot a position for you. So right here, right, that would have been ball chasing by iRicky if you went for this, because Wizz was closer. Wizz did have more boost. Check out that dodge there. It's beautiful by iRicky. Over the top of Wizz as he goes for the demo. Oh, sick recovery by Wizz. So that's just too good. Is iRicky going to get there? No, he's not. What a recovery by Wizz. In and out of his own net very quickly there. Ball chasing is just when they aren't making decisions, always going for the ball, which is different than playing fast and intentional. See, that's where I disagree, because I mean, have you seen any just going for the ball from iRicky in this matchup in either of these games without thinking? Because I haven't. I've not seen any thoughtless like just chasing of the ball. In lower rank, yeah, you're gonna get players who just mindlessly run after the ball the entire game. And yeah, that's definitely just ball chasing as well. But in the highest level, you don't really see anybody just chasing the ball without thinking. It's not something that happens. There's a lot of thought going into every move that both these players are making. There's never any thoughtless chasing of the ball. If somebody knows that they can just consistently beat you to the ball because they've got more boost than you, because they just see that you're not going for it, that's not really ball chasing. It's just reactive playstyle, just seeing what's happening and countering it. So no, I haven't seen any of that type of ball chasing. But I have seen a couple of what I've stopped saying ball chase challenges because I feel like it has too much of a negative connotation around it, even though it is what's happening. Like, you know, a ball chase challenge is where somebody knows that the other player could beat them to the ball, but they just go for it, anticipating that the other player isn't going to go. But yeah, I've started saying more like positive sounding terms, because no matter how hard you try to explain to the Rocket League audience that there are times where you should ball chase and it's a good thing to do, people seem to think that it's only a bad thing. So yeah, things like, you know, sneaky challenges is a better way of saying it, I guess, because it's amplifying more the surprise element of the challenge than anything else, because that is what's really being attempted. You're looking at the opponent's position, you're thinking, yeah, he probably doesn't expect me to go for the ball here, so I will. Alright, Ricky got a great demo, but he didn't have the shot on target beforehand. He chips it around the respawning Wizz and walks in his second goal of the game. Another low-scoring match between these two. Very even. Extremely, extremely even. And this is great to see from Wizz, another player in NA who can clearly compete with the absolute best players. It's iRicky. Some of the performances he's put in recently in Smog have been outstanding. And it's, you know, like I said, it's great to see an NA player going for more of that bounce dribbling style. Ground shots and 50-50s. The style that Khaled definitely popularized. Yeah, a lot of people just say that, like, I'm not calling out anyone here, I just want to, you know, say that a lot of people will sometimes just call an opponent a ball chaser because they got beaten to the ball. They'll see the opponent going for the ball when they are in fact farther away from it, and they'll just call him a ball chaser. Oh, it looks like iRicky's not going to go for the kickoff here. I don't think that was an intended strategy, because it looked like he was just backing up into the net for lack of anything better to do. But it has worked out quite well, and now Wizz with a crazy pre-jump flies back down, realizing his mistake. But I tell you what, this guy must be playing with unlimited boost, because he just flew up, flew down, and he still had boost for the challenge. But yeah, a lot of people use ball chasers as an insult when it shouldn't be. Like, it definitely should be used as a descriptive term for players who literally just see where the ball is and drive as fast as they can towards it. Like, that is obviously, there's no strategy there. People are that is definitely just ball chasing, where they're literally just chasing the ball. But some other times, like, an opponent will just read someone very well. Like, an opponent will just, you know, read a streamer, or just throw in a very aggressive early challenge to mix things up, and it'll catch the streamer or the vocal player off guard, and yeah, they get called a ball chaser when actually that's not what's happening. They're just reading very well, anticipating the play very well. But yeah, I don't know. Type 1 in chat if from these games you think Ricky looks like a ball chaser. 2 if you think he doesn't look like a ball chaser. I would definitely say he does not look like a ball chaser to me. iRicky's movements are extremely calculated. His pressure on the ball is very, very well done. He is he's getting close enough to the ball very often to force a move from Wizz, but he's not getting too close so that Wizz can just, you know, launch flicks into his net again and again and again. And you know that would happen if iRicky did get a bit too close with his fake challenges, because Wizz has got a monster flick. But yeah, Wizz is taking both these games anyway, and the main reasons why are because somehow, I don't know how he's done it, but he keeps recovering from positions that just look really impossible to recover from, so credit to him. He's found a way to unlock more boost than than I knew was available in Rocket League. Really, sometimes it looks like Ricky's got him in a tough spot, and then out of nowhere Wizz is just totally fine. He's just still got boost and he's still right back in the game. So that's been one really cool thing to see. Wizz boost management and recoveries is world class. He's also he's done a great job of like spotting the occasional early challenge that Ricky wants to mix into his gameplay, and he's handling the bounce dribbles pretty well. Now these bounce dribbles from Ricky have been causing problems to everybody that he's faced recently. Oh, bad timing on the save there from iRicky. Wanted to hit the bar with the shot, or with his touch, but he accidentally put it in his own top corner. Yeah, they're a very difficult thing to save. Like, positioning when you're saving bounce dribbles is very different from positioning when you're saving regular shots. Look at that though by Ricky. That was pretty slick. He jumped up to get one touch on the ball, air rolled to the left, jumped again just to move slightly to the left mid-jump, and then he flew back down to shoot the ball. That was so clean. But look at that, Ricky thinking that you can maybe get a shot off there, and then next thing he knows is Wizz he's there, he's right back in front of him. This must be so annoying to play, because every time you think you've got him out of position, he's still alive, he's still in position to get saves. Very difficult to get past, but yeah, with this speed from Wizz, you can see Ricky's trying to change up his tempo a little bit. He's not going for the fast bounce dribbles on these plays. He's slowing it down, he's making it a bit awkward. This is something we see Khaled do as well. He'll go for one or two very, very quick bounce dribble plays, fast shots, and then if the opponent starts to back off a bit more and anticipate that, that's when Khaled will slow it down a little bit, try and bait in the challenges and dominate the 50-50 game. So it's definitely a good combination. If you've got strong bounce dribble and strong 50-50s, switch between the two. Very difficult to for your opponent to have a good read on you. Full credit though to Wizz. He's not too bothered by either strategy, I would say. Another very tight turn by Wizz, and he's gonna undo Ricky's defense to the near post again. Ricky wanted to dribble the ball back into his corner, but Wizz got in the way of that idea. Just been a tiny bit faster overall. I think Wizz has just outpaced Ricky in these games. The recoveries have been phenomenal, and even in offense, just gets into position to take these shots and to pull off these flicks earlier than Ricky's used to seeing. Pure speed winning the matchup here for Wizz. But that's not to say he hasn't positioned well and he's not mixed up his defense well. He hasn't, just in general, executed his strategy to perfection, because in many ways he has. He's done very well here. It's not just been pure mechanics. There's a lot of IQ on show here. Look at this from Wizz. Just constant recoveries coming in. No way. Is he saving this? He is! How do you just get past this guy? It's something else. What defense from Wizz. How is he still making Ricky work for this? He's deflected another shot wide. This is unreal. Wizz has had no boost for so long, and he's still so difficult to get the ball past. You can see the pressure Ricky's under. He knows that anything other than a perfect air dribble bump is not going to work. And in the hunt for one, he's hit the bar, and Wizz has scored. That is unreal. The ability for Wizz to recover again and again in defense and just always be there, forcing Ricky to make more touches on the ball than he wants to be making, earlier shots on the ball than he's comfortable making, and just all in all, shutting down otherwise an offense that would otherwise, I think, be going past pretty much anybody in NA. Like what Ricky's done here would be good enough, but this is now getting into the realm of frustration. You can see Ricky there just lunging in. He wants another go. He wants to give it another go in attack. He's thinking to himself, okay, I just can't get the ball past this guy. Give it back to me so I can figure out how I'm going to do that. And in his attempt to get the ball back, he's just conceded again. And, you know, that was one of the less intelligent dive-in challenges we've seen from Ricky. Here comes again the bounce dribble. He's got a perfect angle set up. Takes the full volley, and this one does go in. So Wizz didn't get close enough to the play to cut off the shot before the angle opened up. And when the angle did open up for Ricky to work with, that was now not really you know, a shot that Wizz is ever going to be comfortable saving. Ricky again trying to get the angle going in the dribble, cuts in field early, but Wizz reads him well. Ricky's still staying on the ball with a boost disadvantage. 50-50 coming in. Now the near post rebound, but it's off the post, and of course Wizz will recover the quicker of the two players. NA Khaled Pog. Definitely. I think Ricky's got that Khaled playstyle. I would be very surprised if Ricky's playstyle is not inspired by Khaled. Because, you know, it's definitely... He needs a little bit more snap on the shots to really do it like Khaled does. I think Khaled's shots are a higher level overall. But the playstyle is definitely a good attempt at pulling off what Khaled does. But yeah, Khaled's been doing it for years. So obviously he's the king of that. Oh dear. Ricky misses an open net. It was a bit awkward, but still not an open net that he should be missing. And cheeky dodge there by Wizz. Side flips away from the demo. And he's just going to go for the hard clear now. Ricky must be frustrated. He had a good chance there. Well, he had the perfect chance. He had an open net to tie this. And there wasn't anything Wizz could do about it. But he's now going to have to settle for another loss. Wizz takes down Ricky 3 times. And yeah, he does seem to have a really good matchup here against iRicky. Like I said earlier, I've not cherry picked 3 Wizz wins here out of the database. These are the games that I could see. The 3 most recent games played between these two. When I looked, I'm going to load up ballchasing.com right now just so I can confirm that. Maybe since I got these replays, there have been more games between these two. I only got these the other day though. Yeah, I got them yesterday. But let me just check. So, I forgot to turn on 1v1. 1 second. Yeah, ballchasing.com, free to use. You guys can check there if you want to look for any pros replays. Just search them by name.